Hi there, I'm Ben, an RV technician here at Lichtsinn RV, and today we are going to be de-winterizing our Winnebago Solis. De-winterizing is actually really easy. Again, on any model it is. Today on the Solis we're going to be jumping around a little bit. The first thing we're going to do is be in back of the coach here. This is where we're going to flip all our valves from winterize back into normal operation or whatever position you had these valves in. All the valves down here are actually labeled to what they go to. So there's 6 positions there, and that's going to determine where we are actually going to send the water flow. There is a little sign down here that tells you look at your operator's manual to explain those a little bit better, what they're for. But for what we're going to use it for today, our first operation is going to be up here in the right corner. It's going to say siphon to fixtures. And the reason we want to be in that position is because when we flow water in with our hose here, we're going to bypass our Truma combi. And that's just so we don't push all this antifreeze into that Truma combi. So now that we bypass that combi, you'll turn your water source on, which I already have it on here. And I'll make sure I'm in the right position, and we are right there, and there. So that's the position we should be in to bypass that combi. And what we're gonna do is flush all the antifreeze out of the fixtures before we allow it to go into the water heater. All right, so I'm gonna start back here. We have the blue hose that comes with the unit, right there and there. All right, so we're gonna hook this up right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flush cold and hot water lines out here. So I'll start with my hot. And then we're just gonna flush it out until you don't get any more pink. You just want a nice steady stream of nice clean water. And we can flush more water. I mean, the more you flush, the better off you are. I like to do a lot of flushing back here, then we're not filling our tanks up. So that's hot. We'll shut hot back off. Now we'll go to cold. Flush all that out of there. Okay, now we can shut cold off. Disconnect the hose. Always remember to take the pressure off the hose before you try disconnecting, otherwise it's going to be pressurized. It'll squirt all over. So take the pressure off. We can drain it by pushing the top valve here on the sprayer. Just hold it down away from you. Just like that. All right, we're gonna leave all these valves in this position that we have them in right now, and we're gonna actually go up front and go inside and do all the flushing up inside. Okay, now that we're up by the main entry door here, again, we're gonna use our blue hose again. We always gotta remember there's another faucet right inside the main door here, down low, another outside shower. So that's down low. What we're gonna do is hook our blue hose up to that one. Right there. Oops. Right there. All right, we're gonna do hot first. Flush all that out. Now we'll go to cold. Flush all the cold out. And again, shut the valves off. Pressure off. Release the hose. And then we can drain. So now, after draining the hose this time, we will be done with the blue hose now. We'll set that to the side. All right, now we'll come inside. The next place we want to go is actually underneath the main seat here, the rear seat. So it's going to be down like that. You have a yellow handle here that's going to release the seat to come up, lock in place. There's this little storage container that's going to be removable. You're going to pull that out. And right down the bottom here, gonna be really hard to see right now, but right down in here you'll see a couple valves down there. So these are low point drains. I like to just hit those really quick, flush them out, make sure it's got no pink sitting in there. So I'm gonna go down there and flush those out quick. There and there. Okay. And then also underneath here, there's a third valve. It's our freshwater tank drain. So once we go to the back, we're gonna actually pump a little bit of water into that freshwater tank just to clean that line out a little bit. And then we're gonna drain that tank. And we can do more water if you want to. You can put a lot in there, flush the tank. Good just to rinse that tank out, make sure it's nice and clean. No antifreeze in there. Antifreeze will not hurt you. It will just give you an oily taste, look a little pink, but won't hurt you. Make sure we are using an RV antifreeze, not a standard automotive antifreeze. Okay, so now that we flushed those, now we're gonna do the kitchen sink. And then again, flush out the cold. Nice steady stream. Flush out the hots. Just like that. All right, now we're gonna go into the bathroom. All right, so in the bathroom, we are going to actually flush out the antifreeze for the toilet. Hold the flush valve in the back side. And then dump that into our cassette toilet. And then we're also gonna do the shower. So shower head here. Again, hot and cold. I just sprayed it into the toilet, make it less of a mess. So just like that till, again, nice steady stream of water coming out. Let's do cold. Nice steady stream of water. Just like that. And then one more valve we're gonna hit really quick right behind me. Is, all right, so there's one more valve right here. So that's our Eco Hot. That's what's actually circulating our hot water from our Truma into our tank. So if I hit that, now it's bypassing, it's gonna flush some water into the tank. But again, we're cleaning that line out is what we're doing. Now we can close that, and that's just a flush really quick. Okay, now that we flushed all the antifreeze out of the inside, now we're gonna go back to the back again and actually flip the valves back to a different direction. Okay, now we're in back of the coach again. What we're gonna do first back here is I'm gonna actually switch it to tank fill. So right over here, it's power fill tank. So let's follow that position right there. It's gonna be white down, red up, blue down. Okay, now I'm just flushing a little bit of water into that tank. And again, you can fill the tank if you want to, flush it, however you want to do it. Next, after we flushed it a little bit, we're gonna go to city inlet. So that's gonna be down, over, up, over. Okay, so now after you do this position, now we are actually filling that Truma Combi. So now I'm gonna go inside and we're gonna actually flush out the air that's inside of it. Okay, now that we're inside, what we're gonna do is open a faucet to hot. And we're gonna actually bleed out the air that's going into the Truma. So you're gonna keep flushing and flushing and flushing until all of this air comes out of it. It's gonna take a little bit. We got a couple gallons that are going into that Truma. So the main reason we didn't allow water to get into the Truma right away is, like I said, we're not putting all that antifreeze into that Truma, which takes a while to get it flushed out of there. So if we get most of it out prior to letting it go into the Truma, it'd be a lot easier to flush water through. So now that we're starting to come steady here, just like that. And then we know the Truma's full. Know we have good water going through that Truma. And you can flush it a lot longer than that. I mean, if you see foaming or any bubbling on the base or in the sink, probably flush it a little bit longer till we get a nice steady stream coming out. The very last thing I would do after flushing all this stuff, my valves are in the right position back there, just city inlet. I would go outside and dump my tanks because it all depends how much water you flushed into your tanks. If you didn't put too much down there, you probably don't have to worry about it. If you put a lot down there, probably want to empty them before you go out camping next. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to de-winterizing. It's really not hard, just a couple steps back and forth. But other than that, that's really all there is. If you have any questions, give us a call or look us up online.